Did you ever press stop on a YouTube video and then realize that like 3 hours went by? Yeah, this happens to me all the time, and it seems like time keeps speeding up the older I get. Like when I was young, summers felt endless, but now they're over before I know it. So why does time seem to speed up as we age? Well, today we're diving into some fascinating psychology research to uncover the shocking science of how your brain actually creates your experience of time. If that sounds intriguing enough for you, let's begin. Time is relative. The truth is, there's no single time clock ticking away in your brain. It's more like a construction zone where different parts come together to create this thing we call time. This process starts with your brain's perception of the world around you. Through your eyes, ears, skin, and other senses, your brain gathers information about what's happening in your environment. But it doesn't just passively receive this information. Your brain actively interprets it, organizing and making sense of the constant flow of data. This interpretation process is influenced by your past experiences, memories, and even your current emotional state. And this is where things get really interesting. The way your brain interprets these sensory inputs largely determines how you experience time. In other words, the time you perceive is not necessarily the same as the time measured by a clock. So why does time seem to go faster when we get older? Well, as we grow older, we tend to encounter fewer new experiences. Our routines become more established and predictable, which means our brains have less novel information to process. With less new information to work with, our brains naturally devote less processing power to creating detailed memories of these events. As a result, when we look back on our experiences from that year, they may seem to have happened more quickly than those from earlier times when everything was new and exciting. In fact, studies have shown that people who are less healthy or have certain neurological conditions often perceive time as moving more slowly. This suggests that it's not just about the amount of new experiences, but also about how much cognitive resources our brains allocate to processing those experiences that shapes our perception of the passage of time. Now let's explore some of the other factors that influence how fast or slow time seems to be passing. The speed-up triggers. Here are some shocking factors that influence how fast or slow time seems to pass. Novelty or information density. Think about it. When you visit a new city for the first time, every corner you turn reveals something fresh and exciting. Cafes, architecture, street art, people, even the sounds and smells are all new and engaging. This abundance of novel information triggers your brain to work overtime, recording and processing each experience in greater detail. As a result, the event or place sticks vividly in your memory, making it feel like it took a significant chunk of time, even if only a few hours were spent there. Conversely, if you're stuck in a monotonous routine day after day, like commuting on the same route or doing repetitive tasks at work, your brain doesn't need to expend much energy processing the information, because there's little that's new or surprising. It's like autopilot mode. Your brain efficiently records the bare essentials and fills in the blanks based on previous experiences, leading you to feel like time is slipping by unnoticed. Emotion or arousal. Have you ever been so engrossed in a captivating book or movie that you lost track of time? Or maybe you were so nervous waiting for a job interview that the minutes stretched into an eternity. These experiences illustrate how our emotions can significantly impact our perception of time. When you're gripped by fear, anxiety, or danger, your brain goes into turbo mode, rapidly processing vast amounts of information to keep you safe. During these heightened states, time seems to slow down, allowing you to take in every detail of your On the flip side, when you're having fun or enjoying a stimulating activity, your brain is less focused on recording every minute detail and more focused on the overall experience. This shift in focus can make time seem to speed up. Age. Remember the countless games and adventures that filled your childhood summers. Those carefree days seem to last forever. As you entered adulthood, the magic seemed to fade. Days flew by and years went by in the blink of an eye. Why does time appear to move faster as we age? Well, during childhood, almost every experience is new and exciting. From the taste of a first ice cream cone to the feeling of riding a bike without training wheels, each day brings fresh discoveries that capture your attention and spark curiosity. Your brain, like a sponge, soaks up these experiences, storing them as precious memories. However, as we grow older, our exposure to new experiences diminishes. Routines become ingrained in our lives, and many of us find ourselves revisiting familiar places and participating in repetitive activities. While these routines offer comfort and familiarity, they also limit the opportunities for novel experiences. Consequently, our brains don't need to allocate as much processing power to encoding and storing detailed memories of these routine events. This shift in cognitive resources leads to a compression of time. The older we get, the fewer new experiences we encounter, and the years seem to pass more quickly in proportion to the total span of our lives. Attention. Have you ever noticed how time seems to fly by when you're enjoying a hobby or watching a movie, but then slows down when you're stuck waiting for something like traffic or a late friend? Our level of focus and attention plays a significant role in how we perceive the passage of time. When you're deeply engaged in a task or activity, such as playing a video game, reading a captivating book, or having a stimulating conversation, you're fully immersed in the present moment. Your brain is working hard to process the information associated with that activity, and it doesn't have much attention left over to monitor the passage of time. On the other hand, when you're waiting for something or stuck in a monotonous situation like waiting in line, your brain has less to focus on. With fewer distractions, your brain starts to pay closer attention to the ticking clock or the movement of the hands on the clock, making the wait feel longer. Can we control it? The short answer is no. We can't press a magic button in our brains to make time slow down or speed up according to our wishes. However, understanding how our brains perceive and construct our experience of time empowers us to make the most of the time we have. By actively seeking out new and stimulating experiences, we can enrich our perception of time and make our lives feel fuller and more vibrant. Imagine your life as a canvas, and each day as just as an artist carefully chooses colors and techniques to create a masterpiece, you can consciously add depth and variety to your experiences by incorporating new hobbies, learning new skills, or exploring different perspectives. You introduce fresh colors onto the canvas of your life. These new experiences stimulate your brain, creating more vivid memories and making your life feel more expansive. Another powerful way to influence your perception of time is through practices like mindfulness and meditation. These practices train your brain to focus on the present moment, fully immersing yourself in When you're truly present, you're less likely to be preoccupied with the past or future, which often contributes to the feeling of time slipping away. Instead, you savor each moment, allowing it to unfold and be fully appreciated. Remember, while we can't control the hands of the clock, we can influence our perception of time. By embracing the present, seeking novelty, and living with intention, you can make your life feel richer and more fulfilling, one moment at a time. Your brain is an incredible time manipulator, actively shaping your reality and making your experience of time both personal and unique. While the hands of the clock may tick away relentlessly, your brain's interpretation of time allows you to relive moments, savor the present, and even travel back in time through your memories. As we wrap up our exploration of this fascinating topic, remember that you hold the ultimate time machine between your ears. By embracing newness, living mindfully, and paying attention to the intricate details of life, you can stretch and shape your subjective time, making every moment count. If you enjoyed this journey through the science, don't forget to like this video and share it with others who might find it fascinating. And that's a wrap for today. Until next time, keep thinking, keep questioning, and keep marveling at the wonders of your amazing brain.